He is back in a comedy after years of drama, as we just discussed in the television-only segment on Me, Myself, and I, which is on Monday nights on CBS at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Jaleel White, good to see you, sir.
Thank you, man.
It's been years since I've seen you, because you were part. I mentioned this earlier in the show. You were part of the NFL Network Celebrity Fantasy Football League back in the day.
Yep.
You and Paul Rudd, Guy Torrey.
Yep.
Jeff Garland,
Yep.
you and he had some fun go-arounds back in the day as well,
Yep.
as is always with Jeff. Are you still you're not a diehard fantasy football player anymore, or you are?
You know what? I'm a dad now.
How many kids do you have?
I got one. I'm not in the NBA. Got one.
Nice. Yeah.
And you got to do what you can afford. You got to do what you can afford. It's if I'm not working or at her soccer practice.
How old is she?
She's 8. Then I am, looking to do some guy turn-up type stuff.
Okay.
And there's not much time for...
There's not much time in watching on Sundays? Or?
Bickering with people over trades. I mean, people are still offering those asinine trades back. I can't believe they're still doing that. Mm-hmm. But I do have a team. right now.
Okay, so who's on your team? Who's on your fantasy team? Right
well, I was smart enough to pick Drew Brees. That guy's just like a fantasy god.
Always.
Always. He's just, you almost don't even have to be concerned with the Saints, sad to say.
Mm-hmm.
He's just going to put up his numbers.
Right.
I'm a little upset with myself because I picked Odell Beckham.
We had a choice. We had a choice because Chris Brockman and I were in a fantasy league together, and I was actually on the air on the NFL Network doing the season preview show, and we were on the clock, and you say it's either Odell or Julio.
Yep.
I picked him. Julio was gone, but I picked him over Freeman, and I'm like, right? I might have got caught up in the hype.
Well, a couple of weeks ago against the Eagles, he had an Odell type day, 2 scores or whatever.
Right, exactly. But the problem that I just see is I just consistency. In order to be consistent in the NFL,
yes,
it's a high degree of maturity.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a lot of NFL friends, and that's what makes the NFL fun to watch still is the parity. Mm-hmm. Any given Sunday, somebody could get it. I mean, look at the 49ers this weekend or whatever. It's just like you're always going to look at the Rams and Cowboys this weekend. Like anybody can be humbled. And I just feel like, he's distracted. He wants to do certain things. He's more concerned about what's going to happen when he catches the ball and how he's going to pee on another dog or something. And it was like, if you want to do all that, I actually don't even care. I think it's funny because don't forget, I'm Terrell Owens' generation.
Yes.
But you got to make the catches. You got to make the big plays. And they're just not connecting right now. So when you're not connecting with your quarterback, you're not connecting with your team, you got to tone it down. You got to bring it back in until you can get some wins.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if he's ever going to do that, though. That's the question about him.
I try to be positive with cats. I don't think he's going to be a Giant for much longer, if I had to guess.
You don't think? I don't know.
I don't think so.
I think the Giants are going to lock him up.
No,
they
I don't
should.
think so.
Well, they
Not
should.
Because I know New York. New York and LA don't put up with rampant losing. So if they don't turn the ship around, then they got to do that New York thing where they place blame someplace.
I understand. I'm with Jaleel White here on the Rich Eisen Show, but I just don't know if it's right to say that the reason why the Giants are 0-4 and you point to number 13.
No, it's not right.
Okay, so getting rid of him, I don't think is what's going to put more wins in the
column. The issue is going to be cost. You can't. When you're young, you got to learn when to ask for all the money. Mm-hmm. So you got to win to ask for all the money. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, and then when you get to New York, again, it's just a scapegoat game in New York. That's it. You have all the media of the world focused on New York. It's a scapegoat game. It's like
a scapegoat game.
I mean, come on. We saw it with Phil Jackson. Now, mind you, he did everything to bring the ire to himself. But, but it was like, now we get to say, Phil is specifically responsible for everything bad that's happened in New York basketball in the last 15 years. That's what it is.
The fish rots from the head there, as far as I'm concerned.
That is an awesome quote.
Okay.
Can I write that one down?
Please, the fish rots from the head in New York City with James Dolan.
True.
But Phil didn't help anything out.
No, he did not.
Now, you're a UCLA grad.
Yeah.
Are you... And I was saying last hour, I think the expectation level for Lonzo Ball in this town right now is through the freaking roof. It's off the charts
for people who are real sports fans. It's ludicrous.
It is ludicrous.
It's ludicrous.
I agree with you, but there are people thinking that he will take this team to the playoffs.
Now, here's what I have to say. Listen, I'm such a huge fan of Jeannie Buss. I just have to take this time to say hello to her because the Game of Thrones coup that she had to play to even right this ship needs to be recognized, okay?
I agree.
I mean, I saw Jeannie like in a coffee bean one day, and she was just looking like Cersei Lannister, right? walking through the town with short hair. And I'm like, baby, just stay course. It's going to be better.
She's on that throne.
But, now it's time for her to sit back and allow what she's built to work. Unfortunately, we got this world of social media now. It's built on hype. So everybody's going to show up. And my question to you, and even your guys here, is like, what matchup is he going to win? Is he going to win a matchup with Steph Curry? Is he going to win a matchup with Russell Westbrook? Is he going to win a matchup with John Wall?
Harden.
Is he going to win a matchup with Harden? What matchup is he going to win?
May I answer on behalf of all Laker fans? Okay? All of them.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
All of them.
That's some good stuff you smoking.
Because
what is the price of that?
Because they believe, and I think they truly believe he is going to be that special rookie that's going to show up, Tiger Woods-like, and just dominate.
I will say this about him, because there's positives and negatives to any situation, if you care to look at it. He is an amazing facilitator. He has incredible court vision. Mm-hmm. It's just that, unfortunately, in 2017, our bar for excellence is lower. So I saw Jason Kidd play at Cal live as a high schooler going into UCLA. And with all respect to Lonzo Ball's amazing upside, he ain't no Jason Kidd.
That's Jaleel White here on the Rich Eisen Show. But that is who, by the way, that is who he's getting compared to the
Exactly.
most.
So when you hear Jason Kidd even give a soundbite that says, well, I fixed his shot, but hey, good luck, kid. That's Jason Kidd being as polite as he can be about saying that guy's not me. I know what would have happened if we had matched up.
He's looked pretty exciting in 2 preseason games.
He's fun to watch.
They're throwing alley-oops to him. He had 8 assists the other night.
I'm telling you, he's fun to watch, and he's an incredible galvanizer. He really is. Like, he brings guys together. There's something about him that is a coagulant. Like, he just brings guys together.
And I think for this Laker team who's set record losing seasons the last 3 years in a row, they need something. They need anything to get it going. They need fans to be excited about the franchise.
Exactly. I mean,
there's going to be so many number 2 jerseys.
There already are.
I mean, look at Kuzma.
Insane.
Would Kuzma be doing what he's doing right now if D'Angelo Russell were there? I don't think so. There's something about moving the ball around or whatever.
It's preseason. It's summer league.
I know.
I mean, the big boy season's about to hit.
But can't you tell, though, that they have a better attitude as a team?
This town is nuts right now.
Right.
Honestly, you can't even tell in certain parts of this town that a 104-win baseball team's about to start a playoff series in Chavez Ravine.
I know.
It's nuts.
I mean, we're basketball city, man. We're basketball city. But look, my final word on it really is I think that if you're expecting him to be a savant as a scorer, that's where you're delusional.
Well, that's not his game.
That's not his game.
And I don't think he wants to do that.
And he doesn't want that. So what's going to happen is, okay, what if you're in a tight game? That's what Magic, that's what Jason Kidd, that's what LeBron could do. Mm-hmm. They go get you a bucket. I don't think you can be a superstar in this league if you can't go get me a bucket when I need one.
Well, then he'll learn what LeBron's heard for much of his career, despite being one of the greatest players of all time, is that he gives up his shot at the end. That's the hot take when it comes to LeBron.
I can't touch that. LeBron is too great. He's just too great. I can't touch that.
I know that. Me too. Before I let you go, Jaleel, you are in Me, Myself, and I on CBS, where it is a character played at 3 different age groups by 3 different actors. You play the friend of Bobby Moynihan, former Saturday Night Live alum. I guess there's no such thing as a former one. Once you are, you're always one.
Right.
And you play the friend of Bobby at the 40-year-old version of it. Looks like a fun show that you're having fun on.
It's a real fun show, man. It's kind of Boyhood meets Wonder Years. It's got that Wonder Years feel. And I play Bobby's CFO and best friend at like his struggle-faced portion of his life. Mm-hmm. And, eventually he's going to grow 10 inches and become John Larroquette. And that's the way the show works. It's a fun show. You kind of have to just go along for the ride of the 3 characters, at different phases of their lives. But it's very original for CBS, and that's why I really got to applaud CBS, so I'm happy they chose me.
And, again, John Larroquette, he's an all-timer. I mean, when you were doing Family Matters, he was doing Night Court.
I know. He calls it NC.
What do you mean?
He's like, back when I was doing NC.
Come on now. So do you say when I was doing FM? I mean, is that what you say? Is that what you were saying back to him?
You don't play with John Larroquette at table reading, man. This man will let you know about his hardware. He has 2 Tonys and 5 Emmys.
Del Tufo sounds like you over there.
I love that guy already.
You're the John Larroquette of audio executives.
If John Larroquette could make his Emmys a hood ornament on his car, he would.
I'm working on that right now.
Me, Myself, and I on CBS Monday nights at 9:30 Eastern Time. Good to see you, bud. Come back anytime.
Absolutely,
You got it. Jaleel White here on The Rich Eisen Show.
The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays at noon Eastern on radio stations across the country and audience.
If you like that video, be sure to download our app, and I'll be sure to help the NFL figure out what a catch is.